think we're getting to it because I think this 90 degree takes us. This is probably not Tropical Trail yet.
Yeah. 3,
No.
2,
No,
1.
I don't know if this is still Tropical Trail.
We'll see if this is.
I'd have to see a street sign.
I think we're live.
But
We're trying to find. I think we're getting closer to it. We're not in any doxing.
we're not in a doxing area, and we are not at a turnaround point.
But we'll get close to it.
Yeah. Did you want to monitor the stream on this one?
Yeah. We'll see if anybody chats though while this is going.
Yeah.
Because I know there's going to be a few people like I think Cassandra might be watching this too.
That's hard telling. That's probably.
I don't want to play that. No.
Okay, you got the sound. Sound works.
I know, but I don't want to get copyrighted, so I don't want to play that
I
guy's
think we're still on Tropical Trail.
Yeah, I think we're still on that. And sound, let's see if it works.
I remember this house, hearing about this house. See how that house has rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, you didn't.
I don't want to get copyrighted, so I don't want to play that guy. Let me mute that, because it's delayed. It's really delayed. It's playing, but the sound is working, so we just have to hold it up.
Yeah, we're still on Tropical. We haven't come to the end yet. It's chill.
Well, I'm chilled. Oh, Masada Daybreaker's on. Hi, hey there. I think we're due some new
It's probably easier to read on mine.
on deck profiles with. Oh, I think he's talking about a Pokemon card thing, or he's talking about a card game. I think he's talking about cards, because that is kind of a thing that people do, is card games.
This is the end of Tropical Trail. I just have to get to a turnaround. There's a mini park to the left,
Yeah.
which you're not showing, but turning the camera.
Yeah, I'd have to work my arms out.
Oh no, you'd have to turn your hand. No! I'm gonna pop a Yui here.
We'll see it as we go through here.
Okay. Drags with 2 S's, DREGSS, requested that we do a Tropical Trail end to end.
So we're gonna do that.
So we're gonna do that.
So this video is gonna start
This
here.
is the north end of Tropical Trail right here.
And here we go. We're gonna do an end-to-end video on
Yep.
this. Let's see if I can film some elevators, some condos, and I'm not able to read that now.
I can't read because I'm driving.
Yeah, so I might not be able to read everything, but I do think it's.
If you can't pronounce the word, spell it for me.
Let's see if I can get it on my screen here.
And my screen has a black background for the chat, where yours, it's overlaying the screen, so.
Let's see, I can film some elevators, some condos in, and then LEWES or
In Lewis. Okay, there's that house I was telling you about. They've got rocks in the yard because there's a 90-degree turn. And people going too fast at night, well, perhaps imbibing in substances that you shouldn't imbibe in before you drive, would miss the turn and drive through their porch. They permit to put up a fence or a wall, and we're told no, they could not. So they got landscaping rocks and put those up. Having the landscaping rocks hauled in and put up was probably quite pricey. They're probably coquina rocks, which is a crushed shell kind of sandstone.
And one thing I'm going to admit, making a video about the trolls is not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is to ignore it. And to not comment on it.
Making a video talking about trolls in general, that's a personal choice. But if you mention the trolls, then you are giving them what they want. You're giving them attention.
Now, it made sense when I made that one video about TK Fan 29 being impersonated. It made sense why I put that video to remind people that not all the comments.
To say, hey, there's an impersonator out there and they are impersonating this person, that
you know, it made sense to make that video because I was wanting to remind people
you were warning people that there was an impersonator out there.
You know, because if I didn't do that, people would think that these comments were him when it wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to put that reminder. Just like that Diesel Ducey impersonator when he left the key cards as sexy, you know, Diesel Ducey did not say that, but an impersonator did.
An impersonator said that.
And we looked into it, and we found out that it was an impersonator, not him. But it looked like he was creepy in saying that, but actually it was an impersonator.
Yeah, no, that was fairly early on with you watching it, and I saw the comment, thought that was creepy and inappropriate.
Yeah.
And it didn't sound like any of his other videos.
Yeah, especially when he said "like you" in response to Aaron's comment about the key card thing in the dorm. Okay, the stream just cut out. But that's alright, the video's got it.
Yeah, well, we're on Merritt Island.
Yeah.
And Merritt Island is notorious for poor signal.
I'll tag the guy who requested on the can video.
Yeah.
I might even premiere this too. That'd be cool if we can. But, you know, when we found the comment, you know, for all those watching the can video, when we found the comment, we found out that it wasn't him because...
right after, the day after it popped up...
He made a video.
He, I think it was a video or a stream.
He did a video and stream. He did both.
He did both. And said that that was an impersonator. And he showed people how to identify an impersonator. Because if something seemed out of character at all, or if somebody put up a rude comment, you can click on it
to see if it's really that person.
Even if they take your channel icon and your channel background, they'll and maybe even copy a couple of your videos. They will not have the subscriber count.
Yeah. I hate to say the live stream might not work. I may have to just stick with premiering this afterwards.
Is it showing again?
I think we're live now, but I think
I still got the spinny.
I still got the spinny. It cut out, but the canned video is what people will watch afterwards.
Yeah.
If nothing else, the canned video's got everything. So.
Oh, I think it's back on.
And let's make sure the canned video is recording. Yeah, it is recording. So I am recording for the canned video. So even if the stream doesn't work, we got the canned video, which is better. And the canned video is what I'm going to be uploading when I get home. This we'll start at the right when I start the live stream. This is where the canned video will start. Which that'll be no signal while you're driving. Yeah.
Yeah. Merritt Island does not have a lot of cell phone towers on it. It does have some up at 520, and it has some near 528, but not on the island. I think they're on the beaches. And with all of the trees, it interferes with the signal. There's not enough towers on it.
Yeah, I'm getting a very crappy live.
Yeah, you're probably not even a 480.
Yeah, I'm probably. But you know what I am going to do after this is over? I'll try and get you to the video. Masonic, after this is over, if you didn't catch what we're saying, well, you'll get to watch the actual video if this part's on there. You'll get to watch the actual video, which will be better quality, which is what I'm actually going to leave on the channel, is the video itself. I mean, I'll still put the same title on both of these, but I'm just going to have the video be the better thing. I can premiere the video.
When we first got cell phones was in early 2004. And one of the reasons we weren't getting cell phones was if you weren't on the beaches, which is where tourists stay, there was no signal for most of the carriers. And back when they had roaming charges, if I went into Walmart on Merritt Island, it would give me roaming charges while I was in the store. And if I was too far away from one of the skylights, it would drop my signal. So you could only make phone calls when you were near the skylight, and you paid roaming charges, which is annoying and unfair, I think, because we were not roaming. We were simply,
Straight back now.
in a place, yeah.
See if any.
Wait, is that live?
Let's refresh that.
Refresh that.
Go back and then go back to the channel and then open up the stream. See, are we back?
Yep, because I see cross traffic.
Back and then go back to the channel and then open up the stream.
If you want, you can have the sound on this very low.
Yeah, so I can hear when it cuts out.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not hearing anything yet. Okay, I can kind of. You can hear that?
Yeah.
Barely, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Your hearing's better than
Yeah, I can hear it.
mine. Okay.
Can you hear it? Your hearing's better.
Yeah, I hear it. It's fine.
Okay.
This part of the stream's back. I hope you all can start commenting. If you can't get the answer, just
Yeah, that's very poor quality.
if you can't if this stream cuts out where you can't get the answer, don't worry. The canned video will go up. I will try and put this.
Cybertruck.
That's a cool Cybertruck. We're gonna focus on that. Well,
Just wait and wait and wait and wait. Okay, we got a red light here. That means they probably got a red light soon,
Yeah,
which means we'll get green for straight.
we'll get green soon.
Well, they had more people turning, and these are on the magnet thing under the street.
Yeah, I think it's funny that I was scared by a loud muffler. I thought that was funny, the reaction.
Well,
It was scary.
it was a sudden loud noise,
Yeah.
which two things that you are instinctively afraid of is falling and loud noises.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty much a learned behavior. That was a sudden loud noise, and your subconscious identified it as a car.
Now the best part of that, I thought the best part of that video, was basically you hear the loud muffler.
Yeah, the loud lack of muffler.
The fact that it was so loud and like you could like straight up. I mean, it should have been quiet. It should have been
Now,
quiet.
we did do a lot of this road just before Christmas to show Christmas lights.
Oh yeah, we did do that
We got a
once.
lot of Christmas lights up.
And also my stream, because I was live streaming, the stream cut out in spots, I think,
Yeah.
because of how bad the signal was in some spots. I mean, I'm sure maybe it's decent now, but
Well, we're close to 520s.
we're also close to houses, so maybe we'll get more signal here. But stream, like I said,
We're close to 520. There's not quite as many trees. And there is ahead and to our left, but not on this road, a small airport. And that probably has a cell tower. And I imagine we might lose signal again when we get farther up.
that's why I do canned videos in this kind of situation. The reason why I'm filming a canned video is because because it doesn't cut out like the stream does.
There's a spot on State Road 528 going to Orlando. There is a spot where there is not enough signal to carry voice. If you're talking on the phone to somebody, it won't disconnect. There's enough signal to not disconnect. But you won't be able to hear each other for, I'm not sure exactly how far. But there'll be a brief time where there's not enough signal to carry a phone call. here, they've got the flashing lights.
You have SIM card?
SIM card? Yeah, it's a phone. Phones have SIM card. Up here, people would often hit this brick wall.
I just find somebody just
That's right.
commented you have SIM card.
Yeah.
That's kind of a hilarious comment that I just get.
Do you know what a SIM card is?
A SIM card is what's in the phone.
Yeah,
You get
it's one of those little chips that's not the same shape, but about the size of the micro SD cards.
yeah, micro SD card.
Now, micro SD card is different. A SIM card is designed for a cell phone connection. Cell phones have SIM cards. Certain trail cams will have a SIM card and basically connect to a phone service, a limited phone service. People who have trail cams set up that do like continuous monitoring, they will have a SIM card in it, and it's specifically designed for the camera, and it's always on and always streaming.
Yeah.
Now, it's not necessarily streaming to like YouTube, but it's always streaming often to a service that you pay for. The monthly service fee you pay for the cloud usage pays for the SIM card's phone connection. And if you've got it on, say you own a lot of acreage and you've got them at key points to watch wildlife or watch for trespassers, there's the park to the left.
Oh yeah, there's the Rotary Park. I see it. I see it's over there.
Right there. That's where we did most of the 24-hour walking challenge.
Yeah. Now I'm complete with that series.
Yes.
Glad to be complete with that series. I just want to focus, but I am going to do a future video of the Rotary Park at some point. Another video will be done,
Probably.
but it'll be focused on Rotary Park, not the whole going for hours and anything. It'll just be focused on walking around the park, and I'll show off.
Well, you wanted to do a park series,
Yeah.
in which case we would show more than just the trail. We would show the other amenities at that park.
Yeah, and we'll also be doing, and also on the Minnesota trip, we might be doing a park too.
I don't know. We
Well.
will have to check with your aunt.
And I'll have to do it on. Oh my God! Holy crap! That was the water that just.
Oh, you didn't see that?
Wow! There was a lot of water there, flooded.
Well, we had a bit of a gully washer, and it looks like it's not drained. That's the low spot, and there's drains on the side, and it does not appear to be draining very well.
That was shocking to me to see a lot of water.
Suddenly we went through water.
I was like, I've never seen that before. I mean,
Well, not there, but you've seen those before.
I've seen floods, but like that was kind of shocking. I'm surprised we made it through that.
A lot of, well, it's not that deep. A lot of the local roads flood when there's heavy rains. It usually doesn't last.
Sometimes it looks like there's water on the road when there isn't.
When it's really hot, there's a reflection that's like from the hot air rising that makes it look like there's water, but it's always the same distance. That's a mirage.
Yeah, I get that a
the
lot.
That's a mirage created by the heat.
And people can see it on the video too.
Yeah. Because it's a property of light.
But, it's something that does show up on the film too. It's something to definitely be learning about.
These are the big, expensive houses on River. Can't be hot here.
No, I'm just trying to make sure I don't say certain things that come in my mind because I don't want to ruin my video.
Well, if you can't mind your mouth, you have to edit your video. And the easiest way to mind your mouth is to mind your brain and train your brain not to think those
I don't want to edit my video because then the worst part about it is and the worst part about it, I either say something that's extremely vulgar or something that's offensive or just simply doxing.
You try not to do that.
Because I don't want to ruin my video because that makes me have to edit.
Yeah.
And I don't like, ruining my videos. And also, I shouldn't be taking videos down, especially when they're good videos. That's another thing to remember.
You don't want to have to age restrict your videos, and you don't want to have to edit your videos. And the easiest way to do that is to mind your mouth.
Yeah, but it can be worse than age restriction though, because then, thinking about what's in my mind, it can be a whole lot worse.
Okay, well, that would be in editing the video.
And I don't want to have to edit.
Well, like I said, then you mind your mouth.
Yeah.
Now, there's a whole bunch of streets that hard when it rains because Florida's very flat.
Yeah.
And if you have any low spot like that where we went to the splash, rainwater will collect. But as long as the ditches and stuff are kept clear, then the flooding is very temporary, doesn't get into houses. Okay, yeah, we had a real intense rainstorm, or maybe a hurricane went through, and when it finished, a lot of roads might be semi-flooded for a few hours, maybe a day or so. Unless you get a situation like Tropical Storm Faye, where everything was already saturated, and then we had a tropical storm park itself off the coast for, I think, like 30 hours, just like paused and dumped rain everywhere, and then it just creeped up the coast. Melbourne flooded, Rockledge had flooding, Cocoa had flooding. Pretty much every city from the Sebastian Inlet, I think up to Daytona, had flooding.
I would love to do a video with PA elevators at some point. Another thing I also have to remember, live streams can't be censored. That's why I really have to mind myself.
Yeah,
Because live streams are live, they cannot be censored. That's one of the reasons why if I end up swearing, and which I only do that in situations, and like I said, sometimes I bleep it out and sometimes I don't, and just put a restriction. And I do that with live streams most of the time, because that's just how things are. And sometimes there are certain situations where I think it'd be funny to, to share the uncensored version, but that's just aside the point.
We are out of Tropical Trail. We are now on Courtney, which is State Road 3.
This is fun, actually. Are you guys still on the stream? If it's still going?
Yeah, it's still going.
The quality's probably bad.
The quality of all of your streams, the quality has been poor in Brevard County.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do another stream. Yeah, the Minnesota will probably have some good parts of the stream, but we'll have to see about that. We'll see about that in the future. I'm not gonna get into when, but we'll get into the future.
I'm gonna go up here for a little bit because there really isn't a turn. I probably should have just turned left there. Because we ran out of Tropical Trail, and we were just going to do Tropical Trail.
Yeah, we were just.
If I'd have turned left, then we would have headed back towards. Okay, I'm doing the speed limit. That's a double yellow.
We would have headed toward the Tropical Trail. I think
we would have headed back towards 520.
Oh, 520. That's right. 520.
And a guy up there is really mad at me for doing the speed limit, and he couldn't pass me because I was doing the speed limit. And here's another person passing me because I'm going the speed limit.
Oh my god.
The speed limit is 40. This is a narrow road. It is residential on one side and water on the other. And this is a state road and it's county, so the county or the state police could give you a ticket. And there's another person passing me for doing, actually I'm not doing the speed limit. The speed limit's 40 and I'm doing just the needle width past 40. They've been handing out a lot of tickets for people speeding and such, because they're causing accidents. Like these people that passed me in a no passing zone and they were speeding. If there was an oncoming car, which due to the turns you are not necessarily going to see, then it will not go well. A lot of fancy dots. These are personal dots that belong to the people who live over there. I mean, it's probably nice to have a view of the water and the dock where you can go sit on the dock or park your boat on the dock, fishing off the dock. But there's the issue of flooding. I'm going to drive all the way up to the Paiute Causeway and turn around there. Okay?
My mind does, tries to cause a lot of mischief, I think. My mind tries to mess with me a lot.
I used to know somebody quite a few years ago when I was younger than your brother. And he was close to what my age is now. And he got people who bought the lot next to him, and we're going to build a house. And he went over and introduced himself because they were new owners and all that. And asked him about the house that they were planning on building. Asked him how big of a hill were they planning on making for the house. And they were like, what? You're just going to put a house back with a fountain? He said, I wouldn't do that. Because it was one of the lower spots. And they were like, why? I said, well, my family's lived here for several generations. And showed him how deep the water had gotten, with the deepest that it had been in his lifetime. And they were like, oh, we did not know that. So they consulted their architect or builder or whoever and said, okay, we want the house to be higher than we were planning on it by 2 feet. Okay, it'll cost you. And they said, Okay. And they did. And not too long after they finished it, a hurricane came through with flooding. And they were nice and dry. It wasn't record flooding, but it was flooding. And now we slow down to 30, which is really going to aggravate people who are starting to come up behind me. Flashing lights, that means it's probably a sharp turn. Whoever's in that house, wherever it is, when Faye went through, they were probably pretty glad that it was up that high.
See if you can show the stream now. See if it's still.
Did it disconnect?
I disconnected myself. I just gotta go back to it. Okay, there.
Yeah, I would say leave it on so that you know if it, well, that way you know if somebody comments. Yeah, and it's hard to read. You can read it off of the other one.
Yeah.
And the other one.
Yeah.
And
Just hoping that I can hold it up properly and not have it fall down. I'll have it to hold the phone. Heavy.
good job there. Here we are. There's the Pineda Causeway, which is like practically Melbourne.
It's kind of interesting
Hey,
how
I have a question. Question quick. You want to go home US 1?
What's the longest? US 1?
It's different because we already went up this way.
Yeah, we already went this. I guess we'll go US 1. This is just a fun little drive around. We're doing this. So we did the, I guess the.
Over there's where I lost a wheel.
This is kind of a fun road. I mean, we're probably not on that particular road, but this is still a long video worth the walk time. This is definitely worthy of putting on, I guess, a premiere. But anyway, we're about to the end of this.
Let's see. Okay, thank you. The guy behind me who was in this lane moved over because he saw there's 3 of us wanting to merge.
I could possibly try
That
to
pickup
film
truck.
the elevators in some hotels.
Very considerate, that pickup truck right there, very considerate driver. He moved, he did not have to, he moved over to, what's that pickup truck? He moved over to the left lane. See, he's moving back now.
I've been propping the phone on my leg the whole time.
That worked.
I've been doing that the whole time.
He moved over to the left lane so that the 3 of us could merge without an issue. Because with where he was, I would have had to come to almost a stop. Now he was not obligated to do that. He did that as a courtesy. See, now if you look to, if you aim the camera that way, left, that's the beginning of Melbourne. Coco is that way. Rockledge, Coco, Port St. John. And Merritt Island. By way of Rockledge and Coco.
Yeah, I guess we're about to the end of this one, I think. Or should we still go? That's right. interesting drive around video.
You
Oh,
were
yeah.
bored. We hadn't gone anywhere. We had to go to Merritt Island, give somebody a ride, and Dregs had asked us to do State Road 3.
So we
Or
did
not
it.
State Road 3, or Tropical Trail. So we did.
And we did the end-to-end full all the way through.
One end to the other.
So we got a 30-minute video now going all the way through this road.
And we still got a ways to go to get back.
Yes, this will be kind of a long video.
I'm assuming you want to stop when we cross the tracks at US 1 and 520?
Yeah, we'll stop by the railroad tracks.
Yeah, we'll got to cross the railroad track.
We'll cross the railroad tracks, and that's where we'll stop the video.
Or should we stop when we get to Rockledge? Hey, let's stop when we get to Rockledge, because there's someplace in Rockledge I heard Coco that I need to stop at that's just past Rockledge. How's that sound?
Yeah, we'll end the video down there. This is actually a cool road. And ST Elevators is posted. So I gotta get on with Jason, you know? Jason, we gotta get on with.
You want to meet up with Jason, I know. You want to meet up with everybody.
Well, I'm not gonna get to meet up with everybody.
No, you're not going to do that.
I mean, it's like, absolutely
To
not.
meet up with everybody, let's see, Mommy would need to buy, which Mommy cannot afford, or rent, some sort of traveler van where you can sleep in it. Not necessarily the full RV thing, but at least one that you can sleep in. That's legal for all the RV parks and such. And we would have to plan out a trip, stopping at all sorts of RV parks all across the country. And it would probably take us at least a year. And would require an enormous amount of driving of a large vehicle by Mommy. And Mommy's not fond of driving.
But we're not meeting up with all the filmers.
No, we're not going to meet up with
It would be nice to meet up with I Hate Huskers though, because he's a really guy.
Yeah. Well, as much as I would love to take you on an extended road trip where we could, be gone for months, meeting up with various filmers all over the country, I'm not sure about driving that far. Now, we don't have to worry about nobody being at the house.
I do think that video that I Hate Huskers had, where it was at the Marriott Marquis and the elevator stopped 2 times on the way up. Like it did it for no reason, and he pressed the phone both times, and
It started to move when he pressed the phone.
it started moving when he pressed the phone. So he's like, oops, but then he mentioned that the elevator stopped for a second and now it's going.
Well, he
both
pressed
times.
he pressed the call button and it started to move, so he told them never mind, it started to move. And then it stopped again and he pressed the call button and it started to move, and he told them, okay, it's moving, so I don't think I'm going to be stuck because the next floor is mine. But somebody should probably come and check it out and see what's wrong with it. Right?
And I will acknowledge for the reaction. I mean, that was a pretty scary situation because the elevator was going fast in a 45-story atrium, and it suddenly jolted to a stop unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Which probably scared him.
It stopped rather rapidly,
Yeah.
which was an issue in itself. It also stopped not at a place where somebody called it and it was, okay, it stopped because somebody on the 12th floor wants to get on. It simply stopped and then started up again. And that is concerning.
And what's more scary than getting stuck is, the part that's actually scary is the fact that it suddenly jolted to a stop while it was going fast.
Yeah, it didn't slow down to stop, it just stopped.
It just jolted to a stop, which technically, if I was in that situation, I would say a rude word because of how scary that was. Just given how scary that situation
Well,
was.
you might not say a rude word, but
It just depends on the situation.
You would definitely be concerned.
It's a scary situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really blame him for saying a rude word because it is a scary situation.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point. I mean, this is still kind of fun, I think, this road right here. Oh yeah, the stream's still going. Well, this is where it gets good quality. Actually, this is where it's good quality now.
I think that's a cell phone tower over there.
Yeah.
See, if you pan your camera over that way, they can see a tower.
Oh yeah, they can see a tower if I aim it at the right direction. But
Okay. You see it?
no.
No. Okay. It's too thin to show up on the resolution.
Yeah.
We are about to pass directly to the side of it. So I would expect a good signal here.
Huh. Jesus loves you.
Yes, he does.
He's actually one of the good guys.
He is the good guy.
He helped us, he helps us through our problems. I kind of wish I could meet him, because he would help us through our problems.
Well, if at night when you go to bed, you talk to God, sometimes you can feel God hugging you in your heart. I usually don't hear God talk to you saying, do that. Although the Bible does do a lot of do that, and don't do that. Don't do this, do that. Every holy book has a list of those.
Yeah, like I said, as much as my mind will tell me to delete videos, there's certain things that's like, don't do that. Because there's no reason to delete any of my videos, especially when that's one of the worst parts about my mind. It's like, oh, delete the videos when I shouldn't do that.
Well, when people get frustrated or angry or sad or embarrassed, they think I should delete this stuff.
And it's really a mistake because when you have good content on your channel, I mean, you want to have good videos,
Yeah.
good quality content.
Now, some people delete their videos, they delete their channel or privatize their channel when they become adults because it's not good for their job to have that stuff.
Yeah, but it's better to privatize it than to take it down.
Well, you still can't watch it.
Well, you can't watch it, but at least the person can decide later to put it back
Yeah.
up.
Some of them delete it, and because they're supposed to delete it, and some of them just privatize it, and some of them delete it because it's easier to delete an entire channel than it is to go through and privatize every video.
Yeah, but I think it's a more healthier choice. I mean, privatizing means people can't see it, but at least you can put it back up if you feel that it's appropriate
If
to.
circumstances change, you can put it back up.
And
Now, some
privatizing.
people take their channels down because they find, oh, I have this elevator hobby and it's childish and it's weird and I don't want people to think I'm weird. And guess what? People think you're weird anyway because people are weird. That's a given. Just like everybody is a jerk at some point. Everybody is weird at some point. And every hobby that is not yours is weird. Okay? You film out, that's kind of weird. I garden, which means I play in the dirt. And I try to grow stuff. And a lot of the stuff I grow is edible, but I'm certainly not growing enough food to eat. I'm barely growing enough food to snack. But I like the idea. And I'm definitely growing enough stuff to attract bees and birds. But that's a weird hobby. Your dad didn't like that hobby. It took me a long time to convince your dad that I was not growing stuff that just so happens to be edible because I didn't think he could provide for us and that we would go hungry. I did it because I liked it. And if I'm going to grow stuff, I want to grow stuff that I at least think is pretty.
And there's that 7-Eleven over there, or that, yeah, 7-Eleven. I think that's 7-Eleven.
And I think it's kind of cool to be able to grow stuff that I might want to eat.
I think it's a 7-Eleven or I think that's a 7-Eleven.
But I've had people tell me they think it's weird that I grow vegetables and stuff and fruit. Well, not so much the fruits though. Fruit trees evidently are cool and growing, and broccoli is not. It's like, okay, whatever.
Oh, there's that. Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
that building that I filmed the
You
elevator.
film that elevator.
Yeah, one time.
And we are now in Rockledge.
We're now in Rockledge, so I think
Yeah.
we're close to ending point.
Yeah. Maybe one of these next two lights.
Maybe like next two
There's
lights.
Publix.
There's Publix. I wonder if they have an elevator in there.
No, that's a one-story Publix.
That's a one-story Publix, but
Yeah.
they. Oh, there's the McDonald's that I made jokes about. Oh, you could drive through it.
There's the McDonald's that we had walkie-talkies, or we have walkie-talkies. And we had the
Oh.
walkie-talkies on, and they happened to be the same frequency as the drive-thru.
Oh yeah.
That freaked you out. We were riding along in the car, and the walkie-talkies were on, and may I help you? Or may I take your order, please? Came through in the back seat. That was funny.
Oh, I wish I would have had that on tape myself. I wouldn't.
Well, I don't think we had a decent camera then. I think you should probably stop anytime soon.
Yeah, I think
There's the old hospital.
Oh, there's the old hospital. I think I see it. They're tearing it down completely.
Oh yeah.
They still tore it down. The elevators are gone.
Oh, there's.
The elevators are gone.
And say, all right, bye bye.
Let me end this now.